Oh boy. Am I alive? There we go. Gosh. Hello, hello, am I alive? Am I alive? That's always the question. But I assume that I am. Okay. Woke. Hi Corey, I hope you're here. Oh gosh, this is kind of loud. Let me tune this down. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let's start. Okay, hello guys, this is Tasso, and today we are on the finale of Vampyr. The 12th part and the finale of Vampyr. Or at least I hope it's a finale. I'm gonna make it the finale either way. Well, apologies for being late. I overslept. That's all I can say. I have no excuse except for the fact that I overslept. But yeah, okay, let's not waste any more time. How much time I've already wasted by being late. Oh, yeah, hey Captain Rumia. Alright, so last time, a lot of plot. We changed McGullum, we changed Swansea. Even though after I said I wasn't going to change Dawson. So that's something. Everyone's my enemy now. Something's wrong with Elizabeth. I have to fight this thing called a disaster or whatever. This is Jonathan's no good, very bad day, basically. This is probably going to get worse. Yeah, no problem, Captain Rumia. Okay, let's go. Hey, Reid. Yeah, I hope I'll have fun in the finale. Oops, wrong way. Okay, we're going to go to the cemetery. The other way. Hi, Akane. Let's see here. Okay, I'm on the right track. Let's go get, I don't know, one of these. Let's go get King Arthur's blood. Let's see what happened to McCullum after I transformed him. Okay, okay, there we go. Ow. A little bit of practice. Oh, thanks Akane. Okay. 30 subs is pretty cool. I mean, I didn't really keep track, but it's still cool. Oh man. All these one hit KOs, so. Which way? Wrong way. This way. There we go. We're in Whitechapel. Oh yeah, the father is dead because I killed him.
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus. Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
I never really got to like find out all about the citizens. There's something. Oh, okay. Yeah, USB ports can be a little tricksy like that. Captain Romeo. I never really like found out really nice. Found out a lot about some of the people here, which is kind of a shame. Oh well. I guess that's the whole thing about your own playthrough, right? You don't find out about everybody. Probably can't find out about everybody unless you search really, really hard. I should have pressed A instead. Yay, that's good, Captain Romeo. Okay. No worries, Captain Romeo. Okay.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them!
Oh yeah, thank goodness I leveled up at the end of last stream. Although I wonder if these enemies like actually scale with me. Although I don't think it seems that way though. Oh, I'm stuck. That's fun. There we go. There it is.
Over there!
Ow. Oh, you hiding here? The asshole that you are.
Oh my god!
Man, yeah, life bars like really scale. Yeah, that's true, Captain Romeo. Yeah, like thinking about it, I don't think they actually scale with me. Okay, McCallum, how are you after I turned you to
If McCallum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient for my recipe.
Right, we'll kind of give him your blood, Jonathan, don't you remember? When we make that horrible decision together. Oh, okay, maybe not horror. Oh. Oh, McCallum is a boss. Did he become a skull or something? Or just stand here and let them fight it out. Makes my life easier. Just casual waiting around. Really cool though, that the fact that the enemies are fighting, like even the boss fights against the enemies. Oh, he even does his attack, his special attack against the enemies. That's cool. Oh, I have to talk to him. Well, good thing I didn't fight him at that time. Just let him.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to mock me?
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur.
Yeah, I know.
Certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature.
Have you?
Jonathan Emmett Reid.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reid.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you forgotten that I kind of changed you?
Indeed.
That I just turned you,
Why not?
McCullum?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader
Oh,
of Prewin.
what?
He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
So,
How are you adapting to immortality?
yeah.
I feel so powerful it gives me shivers. I could be the greatest vampire hunter ever. Your worst nightmare in truth.
Will you leave the guard now that you are what you are?
Are we not creatures of deceit? I could hide my nature from my men, or name a successor. Go my own way. I know not yet my path.
Will you hunt me down?
Not for now. But you had better behave, Doctor, or I may change my mind.
Farewell, my progeny.
Do not stretch your love.
Oof. Oof. I mean, kind of
Hello
sucky.
again, Jeffrey.
Hello. Is there something you need?
Farewell.
Kind of sucky. I don't really get. There's not
Do
more
not
beyond
stretch
this.
your luck, Reid.
Yeah, I changed him. Remember? Kind of sad that I don't really actually get more out of that. But oh well. Amazing, yeah. I changed into a vampire. I fought against him, and then he was like, I'm never going to stop. And then Jonathan was like, well then. He's like, I'm never going to stop unless you kill me. And then Jonathan was like, well then, maybe I can think of another option that's worse. And you basically can either spare him or change into a vampire. So, yeah. I wanted the sweet karma. I still don't know if it was the best thing to do. Yeah, you went around at that time at the room, yeah. Oh crap. Ow. I'm not going to say what I did to McCullum was a good decision, but it was a decision that I made. On the flip side now, he can't hurt me no more, I guess. Can I go up through here? I think so, yeah. Okay, free blood. Oh. I'm amazed she's not one hit KO. Considering he's like level 12. Okay, Pembroke. Back to Pembroke we go, and to talk to Swansea, who is also a vampire now. Oh, I forgot you. I forgot that was a thing. Anyway. Whoa. What exactly are you? Oh man, I have to use a gun. Exploding vampires. What will they think of next? Alright. To the hospital we go, and then we can talk to Swansea.
Stupid beast!
Okay.
Leech spotted!
Oh crap. Cross guy. Oh.
We will crush this beast! Reid shall prevail! Join! It's fast!
This is despicable.
I'm almost scared to see what happened to Pembroke. Almost.
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
That's the mark. Wait. Find insulin in the morgue. But before that, let's go talk to Swansea, who is also a vampire now. Because I'm a horrible human being. The fuck? Everyone's gone. Everyone left? Oh boy. Hi Cody. Well, I hope I have fun. Everyone's gone! Everyone's no longer in the hospital. The hell? Did Edgar get them all out? Edgar, the fuck did you do? Swansea, the fuck did you do?
Jonathan, my dear, I can never thank you enough.
Thank me? For what?
Come now, you know what I mean. I am... well, I'm just like you.
Okay, no shit.
Have you no shame? Must I remind you of your ludicrous actions? Of the innocent men and women who died at your hands?
Shame is for mortals, Jonathan. I know it now,
boy.
and you should too. We are something else. Something more.
Will you continue as Pembroke's administrator?
Of course. I can help more than ever. And since I'm already dead, I can't get sick.
Have you seen Elizabeth? Has she passed this way since you returned?
No. And I'm terrified to see her again. I really am, Jonathan. She could very well tear me to pieces for what I did.
I mean, you can't deserve it.
Are you not afraid Priwen will find you? Next time, they will do more than abduct and torture you.
I remain a man of peace. If things were to go awry, I would flee rather than slice them up as you would, my friend.
How do you feel since you changed?
Absolutely fine. Did you know I can determine the health of every patient or nurse just by looking at him? Fascinating.
Do you feel the hunger?
Yes. It's very peculiar, not like mortal hunger at all. It's like I'm never sated. Fortunately, blood is no
I
rare
created a
commodity at
monster.
Pembroke.
I created a monster.
Have you taken a life yet, Edgar?
Don't you think that's a private matter? I would not ask you such an indiscreet question.
What will you do now that you are immortal?
Experiment, my dear colleague. I have an eternity to make scientific progress. I could be the only scientist able to undertake extreme experiments upon himself.
My God, Edgar! Did you learn nothing
I
from
don't
your
know.
forays into folly?
I have, I swear. No more experiments on mortals. See? I said mortals.
Oh,
How quickly the mind adapts.
oh boy.
What kind of experiments?
Who knows? Nervous shock, brain damage, pain and recovery. There's almost no limit to what my body can now endure. I could be the next Henry Head.
I don't know if he's all
Have you
dead,
news of
alright.
Jeffrey McCullum? I'm sure both of you would have quite an interesting discussion after recent events.
He left the hospital without being treated for the severe beating you gave him. We'll meet again soon enough.
Does not the prospect of meeting him as a vampire thrill you?
Oh wow, they
The
actually,
two
they actually
old
talk about
enemies
this.
reunited post-mortem.
Maybe we could even share a glass of wine. I really don't know if he will accept his condition. He has spent his life beheading leeches, you know.
Oh, and he's one now.
Goodbye, Edgar. I'm certain we'll meet again.
Are we not going to talk how there's basically nobody down here? Or is this like a glitch? Or is this like a bug that happened? I'm going to assume it's a bug. Oh wait, there, see? Yeah, there, now everyone's back. There we go. Oops, wrong button. Okay, let's go and talk with some people, I guess.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
How are things now that Dr. Swansea is back?
I must admit, the situation is better. We still have to deal with the epidemic, but it's good to have someone in charge again.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Oof. Wow. Talk about extreme, eh? Okay, this is his last real name. The names in the times were really interesting. So,
Never could keep anything from her.
hi guys.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
How are things now Dr. Swansea is back?
He visited me soon after his return. He asked me if I'd agree to some experimental procedure.
Oof.
I said I'd think about it.
Swansea.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Give you the benefit of the doubt.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
How is the situation now Dr. Swansea is back?
I can't say if it's good news or not.
What do you mean?
He used to stay in his office a lot. Now he tends to visit the patients more, but he smiles less.
Oh boy.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh heaven.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No,
Ooh.
I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you
Amazing.
want me to promise you I'll get better? Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
How are things now Dr. Swansea has returned?
Better, I suppose.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Like the two top doctors in this hospital are now vampires. So that's fun.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
How is everything now that Dr. Swansea is back?
The hospital could not keep on like this without an administrator. So things are back to normal, I guess.
Back to normal for now.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay. Well, let's get some final purchases from Milton.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
How has it been since Dr. Swansea came back?
Rumour says you saved him. I must say I'm impressed.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid.
Okay. Let's go up first to my...
Perhaps I should have considered the offer.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Is everything all right now that Dr. Swansea is back?
The situation is hard, but Dr. Swansea promised me things will get better. He even said he'll take care of us all. And I believe him.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Mixed feelings about what I've done with Swansea all over again. Edgar, you were supposed to be a good boy. Why you do this to me? Why you do this? Okay, let me just... Then you'll restock my bullets because I didn't do that. Okay, some final upgrades. Okay. Ink pen. Jonathan's watch, father's watch. Okay, let's see what can I do. I think that's about all I can do, honestly. $260. I could upgrade a pistol if I really wanted to. Right there. Okay, let's go get that insulin. Hi Tippets. Hi everyone. I'm gonna go back to the morgue. Oh, the other way. Parkinson's disease? Ooh. Yeah, I'm familiar with Parkinson's disease. Alright. The hell? Why are there pre-1 people inside here? I mean, I'm going to assume it's like downstairs.
Die, vermin! Tricky bastards!
Wrong button. Oh, come on.
We have to stop it! Easy does it, boys. Remember your vows, friends!
I mean, can I just mention that your boss is also a vampire now? Will I get you off my back? Come on. Oh shit. Oh shit, shit, shit. That was close. Got too risky there.
This was mine! He cannot be defeated! Freeman shall prevail! There's one of them!
Oh.
Christ, he's dead!
Oh. Oh.
God walks with me!
Oh. Got them. Last attack keeps getting me. Enigmatic formula. What's that? Is it not here? Guess it's not here actually. Thought it would be here. Let's search upstairs then and see. Upstairs? They went upstairs. There is an upstairs. What is going out? Oh, there is an upstairs. Step. Insulin.
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
There you go. Found the insulin. Okay, off we go. Let's go back to my office. So make the insulin. How do I go down again? There we go. It's not the exit. Nope. There's the morgue. Here's the hospital. Actually, this is the point where you're supposed to do all your side quests done, because I guess once you've created the antidote, there's the plot train to the finale. What do I want to do? I want to do something else. Oh yeah. Not you yet. The enigmatic formula. Well, a serum created by following the Tear of Angels recipe with insulin instead of garlic to enhance protection against a disastrous infection.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Oh man, even the music has changed. Reach the hive. Go all the way back to the docks. Even the music has changed. Wow. Definitely the finale.
Please, sir, can't let you through.
Oh. A lot, apparently. I don't know. I mean, do these people count as vampire hunters? we just go invisible and not have to fight all these people. Okay, this way down. Oh, god damn it. I just want to walk peacefully.
Remember your orders, friends!
Ow. Oh, come on. Just give me a break.
Watch it! The killer! Blast these dead! Want some of this? I'll send you to hell.
Can I finally stop? Okay, good. Gosh. This is Ashbury's house. It's not where I want to be. Here? Yes, here. Yes, it's where the aircons are.
Win this.
You were saying? Okay, I did not mean to press that. This way. This is where the first boss was. Time to get out of here. Okay. You go through the night asylum. Man, are all the skals infected down there or something? That would really suck. No, what would have happened if I didn't screw up with Sean? Oh, Sean Hampton. Sean is the biggest regret in this game.
It's locked, all right.
Shit, how do I go down? How do I do the thing? It's upstairs, I assume. Oh, it's been a while. I haven't dared to come back since screwing up. Yeah, it is. Sort of accepted room, yeah. Oh. Crap. How do I go into this room again? I forgot. Oh, there it is. No, not this side. Yeah, she will. Yeah, she will in time. It's just a matter of time. Also, how the hell do I go into the... How do I go into Sean's... Oh, there it is. I'm smart. There we go. Back to the silver skals we go.
This place has been ransacked.
I mean, I'm not so.
They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Oh, I had a feeling this would happen. I had a feeling this would happen. Harriet, are you...
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
I wonder what the trail is. I wonder what it could be. Well, this really obvious trail that I could possibly follow. R.I.P. indeed. Oh boy. Whoa.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Murdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient...
I mean, couldn't you just be a...
The blood of
pick up any
vessel
doctor?
Of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star. for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our
I wonder what blood type this guy is. I don't know. Some really weird blood type, I assume.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands.
Are we ever going to know who exactly are you?
You are our champion.
I am not your champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Oh boy. What happened to Bridget?
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you.
How does she know about Doris? Is she?
My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Yeah, that looks very painful. Oh, a little more stamina. I forgot to change my medicines. I'm smart.
My daughter from me.
Oh. Whoa. The hell? Oh.
Is this anger I feel? Is it wrath?
Okay.
I think it is.
Oh boy.
How infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Right, okay. Oh shit. Oh god. Ow. Ow, oh god.
Feed your mother, child.
Oh. Ow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't drink from her as well. Oh crap.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
Oh, come on. The range is ridiculous. Oh my god.
For this is my body.
That is a drinking straw. I wish. Okay, that's all the. Oh, god damn it.
Such innocence, such guilt.
That's all.
Give me more. They are so young, so tasty.
Whoa. Shit, I'm out of stamina.
Feed your mother, child. Abundant the harvest, red the crop.
Oh crap. Oh boy, I do not like this. I do not like this. Whoa. out of stamina. I'm running out of stamina.
Such innocence, such guilt.
Oh god, no, 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 no. Oh, come on. Oh god, I ran out of stamina so fast. Shit. Crap, crap. The last bit of thing I can recover.
Feed your mother, child.
There's a third boss, I swear, I swear. There we go.
Do you think your champion defeated me, my child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Well, okay. That was a thing.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Skal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other skals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I had no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize. Really?
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reid, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend.
What happened to
Thank
Elizabeth?
you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's brother.
Whoa.
Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time.
Okay, that explains it.
And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Do I have to fight Elizabeth? I really hope I don't. I don't have any more potions.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Now what? Okay, somehow the image of Jonathan driving this is hilarious. You know, just casual vampire driving down the highway.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
LT carrier. Find why Elizabeth's spark create disasters. And the truth about Elizabeth. Chapter 7. Why are you here again?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skals. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
I mean,
in their leader, you now have a spy behind enemy lines. By guiding your progeny, you may yet protect your immortal friends for some time to come. If you dare.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell?
Okay, I'll just plot down.
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood.
Ooh,
Since
okay.
then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
Right, so
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reid. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawn of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reid. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Well, look at all this plot dump that really didn't get me anywhere. Is it locked?
I cannot enter.
Yep, it's locked.
The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Mary Eaglewood, born Victoria, 1534 to 1578. Robin Eaglewood, 1530 to 1578.
It's locked. The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
Okay. How to go up? How do I go up from here? Just pretty much we're just running around trying to figure out a way to go up here. Not teleport up here? Oh, there it is.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
That's creepy. Just saying. Old letter. 4th August 1865. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you first arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky. Although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health, you are welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint Louis. sadly closed when the French people chose. My god, I can't even write these words down. To cut their king's head off. Such a place, destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls, will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success. Yours sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset.
It's locked, all right.
Still locked.
This castle is falling apart.
Lady Ashbury in Paris, 1888. Portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood by Johannes Vernier, 1666. Copy of a letter. Ashbury Castle, 21st September 1795. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury Castle, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by a respectful approach concerning renovations of historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Okay. Do I jump down? Guess so.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Recent contract. 18 April 1907. Dear Lady Ashbury, I write to confirm that my men will be at your castle next Monday to begin the new work on the crypt and its access. The plans have been approved. I now personally be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you have requested. I also can assure you that my men have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself on the second floor of the castle. I must say I am proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather when employed by our ancestor in 1795. Yours sincerely, Agnes McAllister. And there's a lot of doors here.
This painting looks suspicious.
Which painting? There's a lot of paintings here, Jonathan. Can't even check it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, Vincent van Gogh. Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in for sales.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
And Austin. Ooh, that's cool. I mean, if you're interested in it, Captain Romeo, there's no shame about it. Honestly, I'm just wandering around at this point. Recent letter. Dunbar Sanatorium, Scotland, 27 July 1909. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious that we share opinions concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure of addiction. I must confess I admired your charitable attitude when I met you at the Dunbar Sanatorium, and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital you financed since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It will be, for me, an occasion to get back to the busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful, far quieter Scotland. I'll be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea. That's one hell of a painting, alright. Oh god, there's so many things. 1807. Dear Miss Ashbury, when we last communicated, you asked for the convenience of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I'm happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that, for security reasons, guard must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstance should the carriage try to pass the river by boat, but always by road and bridges. But the precious wood and the relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. Yours very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. Why is it me to activate my senses? Oh.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Oh. Okay. Sword and the moon. Should I understand what that means? Because I don't right now. Oh, that's what they meant by the painting. Sword and moon.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Do I need to pull a sword and moon somewhere?
One last switch, and... voila.
Oh, there it is. Will I finally find the answer? Please stop giving me puzzles. That's all I ask. This is an ancient tomb. Whoa, okay. This is going to be a lot of exposition. 1217. Wow, that's a long time ago. An angel came to me. Blessed be to God. Michael appeared to me last night in all his glory, shipping glorious blood to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground, only to awake the next night. You will serve me as you serve your king, said the angel, before striking me with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I will leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be God. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under the temple church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere, the Black Death, an epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals. All over the world, my arm is strong. In the name of God, I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. It's almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain. From time to time, the plague, the Black Death, reappears in the village, in the town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of the mortal suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures. I won't let this land collapse until my last breath. I'll serve and protect England. Tonight, in the small town of Hoderson, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak. Without fearing for her own life, her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Inglewood. I am not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all His glory for the eons to come. My heart is breaking, my soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish and I will respect it. Elizabeth Inglewood, my sweet daughter, is gone. Well, now she wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise if she ever comes back to Holdstone, she will find me there, managing the bull in her parents' own before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times too, now that the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. Wait, what? She's the wife of, progeny of William Marshall? The devil is at work again. The Great Plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the bull in and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the deceitful creature in St. Paul, the dreadful creature in St. Paul's church, and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I could. Whoa, that scared me a little. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. The flames cleansed the city of the demon's presence, but half of London burned down. Ever since, I have dreamt of a red flood of slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster had tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I am afraid. I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. Oof, this is a lot. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate. I bid her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. Good God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? Oh boy. My prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with this new progeny of yours. You are a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I shall find a way to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall only know rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet me inside the new cathedral, the new cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wicked solemnity of this man. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Deus Astro, the eater of stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just the name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rich shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such a rare ingredient is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me, the pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote, but if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I am ready to endure this excruciating pain. Wow, this is a lot. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Tear of Angels. Blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made mad by the hunger, I waited again and again, until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I had chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter. My sweet daughter at first, for she was only Lady Blackwood now, the dreadful mistress of the dark who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I had inflicted to her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her. She had given her the blood of hate, now burning in her veins. In her soul, I told her I had found a cure and that I had managed to create 1 dose of antidote. I gave it to her to give her back her precious, peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impede me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the tear of the angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of an entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, as I repent for all the murdered souls caused by my negligence of more than 100 years. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She has recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat, far from temptation, far from the noisy, crowded cities. I can't wait to embrace the solitude, find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stowe, without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon I shall have London to peruse my penance. There I shall find peace at last with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. Oof, that was a lot of plot down. Are we finally at the end? Is this the end?
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Well, I kind of dreaded disaster.
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reid.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yeah, just read it.
And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Skals, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me.
Welcome
He
back,
saved
Akane.
me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
So much plot dump.
Yes? Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
The blood of hate.
Oh, okay.
How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen? What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Yeah, I had a feeling Real Marshall was a real person.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Oh, okay.
Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
Oh, okay.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
I had choices to make.
I forgive you, and that is my choice.
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
Wait, how have I betrayed her? By drinking from people? Is that what I did? Oh boy. Well.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity, as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Oh, yep, that's the end. Oh boy. Well, that's the end of Vampyr. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a feeling that the pacifist ending is probably going to be the best one, but oh well. I'll probably just watch it on YouTube after this. Well, that was Vampyr. That was a pretty fun game. I can definitely see why people talk about how I don't know, cram the ending was, I suppose. Like just exposition dump at the end. That's about it. Which is usually, I mean, if it's done well, it's okay. But it's just kind of just blah 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 blah. All these things, blah blah blah. Yeah. It's just blah blah blah. All these things. Then oh, this is the end. Which I don't know, wasn't the best. Wasn't the best. But oh well. But I mean, the other side. I mean, I like the concept. I like. It's a fun vampire game. Like uses all these tropes that I like, and you know, just plays it out. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Captain Room. Yeah, feel free. I mean, you're always free to watch the VODs whenever you have the time. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it like a good game. Like it was a fun game, but it's definitely not like amazing or anything. I had fun, but I did have fun, which was the most important thing. Yeah, a lot of things come in the end that should have been given more time, definitely. I mean, I did like the kind of like the quote unquote twist that Harriet Jones was there all this time. So that was pretty cool. Like the twist that the origin was right there under our nose all this time, we didn't even know. So that part was cool, and I don't know, like Elizabeth was kind of like, I just wish there was more of Elizabeth instead of suddenly, oh, I'm suddenly this person, you know. But you know, I like Jonathan a lot. Jonathan was a really good protag, I think, in my book. I definitely had an attachment to Jonathan, and I wish there was like a bit more feeling to the last few consequences and choices that you did with like Swansea and McCullum. Those, I wish there was a bit more that could have been done with them instead of just, oh, you're a vampire now, when I chose to do it. How do you feel, you know? And yeah, and like combat's a little iffy. I'm not gonna lie, combat is pretty iffy. It's very, I try to like copy the Dark Souls formula, but not really succeeding. Yeah, same as Ruby. I felt like that last boss definitely had a bit more oomph to it, I think. Instead of just rising. That felt very Bloodborne, Dark Souls like, I think, from what I recall, from the little that I know of it. But then yeah, I think definitely a lot more build up would have been nicer. Like I wish there was a better explanation for like Jonathan's maker as well, instead of just, oh, this thing. Like I was so interested to know more about like Jonathan's maker, but it kind of fell short, honestly. What else? I did like the social system thingy though, the part where you drink blood and you know affects other people and stuff like that. That would be nice. Let's see, who's Anthony Howell, Anthony Howell, Jonathan Reid. That's good. Christina Cole, Tim Watson, Gareth O'Connor, Catherine Kingsley. Yeah, I definitely like Jonathan the most though. I mean, like despite at least like if anything, Jonathan was a really likable character, I think. Oh, they did mocap. Okay. I think Jonathan and Swansea were definitely the two like more likable characters, even if Swansea kind of plummeted a little to the end, but like he was still a fun guy. I have to wonder what the other endings are. I think this is probably like, I don't know. I was not aware. I did not make some good choices in this game. Oh I'll probably check out what the better, quote-unquote better endings are in this game. But it definitely didn't feel like a good ending. I didn't feel like a it didn't even feel like a neutral ending. That's one thing. It's kind of towards more of a bad ending. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, either way, I'm glad I played this game. Like, it's fun for what it is, and I'm glad I had you guys to enjoy this with. And at least now you don't have to buy the game because I bought the game and I've played it, so you know, and so you know what happens in this game. Unreal Engine. Cryware, that seems to be everywhere now these days. So we're just back here, I guess. Let's see, I just see a little endgame thingies. Okay, we're just back here. Okay. Unknown area. So this is the final tally. Critical, healthy, serious. Serious? Why is everyone sick? Can I return back to the... I guess I can't. Oh well. Alright, so that's the end of Vampyr. Yeah, I think I pretty much said most of my thoughts about the game through the credits. But okay, so the end of Vampyr, what's next? That's the big question. So first of all, I'm going to cut back down to once a week streams. Partly to take a break, other partly because of circumstances that make it hard to stream on both Saturday and Sunday. So for a while, I might go back to resume back to Saturday and Sunday in the future, but maybe I'll look at Vampyr one day, Captain Rumia. I've never actually played it. Yeah, like it'll be. I mean, I'm definitely open to returning back to a Saturday and Sunday schedule, but that's probably in the future. For now, I do want to not stream that. I do want to have something of a break to focus on other stuff. So for a while, a couple of weeks, maybe longer, we'll see. But at least for the time being, I'll be defaulting back to a once a week schedule, Saturday or Sunday, as always. Maybe sometimes there's some surprise streams in the middle if it happens. Yeah. And aside from that, considering I just finished this like pretty big series, I think this is my biggest series I've done here so far on this channel. I'm going to do a few one-offs for the next few weeks. Yeah, just like a couple of one-offs that I've been thinking about doing just to get it over, and I kind of want to relax after the roller coaster that is Vampyr, I suppose. Actually, let me just lower the volume of this. Okay. Yeah. So first, back to a once a week schedule. One-offs for the next, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4, it depends again. But specifically next week, I'll be doing Metal Slug 3, which is the classic classic side-scrolling shooter game that has been a bit of my childhood, and I've been kind of itching to play it, so I'm going to play like a game of it next week. It should be about 2 hours, so that wouldn't be an issue. Yeah, so like for now, next week will be Metal Slug 3, which is a really cool game. It's a really classic game, and after that, I'm still not 100% certain. It may be I'm gonna try out a few things that I'm thinking about trying, so I'll let you. I still need to test out whether it works first, whether the setup works, then I can let you know. But yeah, so for now, basically the next thing will be Metal Slug 3 next Sunday probably. I have to look into it, but either way, event will be up on the channel. Feel free to keep a reminder of it if you are interested. But yeah, it's going to just be a chill 3 weeks or so for the next 3 weeks, just to cool down after Vampyr. But yeah, okay. This is a lot of babbling. So, TLDR, once a week schedule again. Metal Slug 3 next week. One-offs for the time being until I feel ready to take on another bigger-ish series like Vampyr. Yeah. All right. So anyway, enough babbling. Thanks again, as always. Thanks for coming out to hang out. Means a lot. Means a lot to me. And I just hope you guys have fun watching this, for what it's worth. Yeah, I should know when to stop babbling. I'm really bad at this. Anyway, so next week I'll see you back next week with Metal Slug 3. Alright, see you guys. Bye.